Boys and girls watching, today we are going to travel. We are going to travel to a place called England. Say that with me. England. Now, England, I'm going to show you England right here. This is what the shape of England looks like. Now, do you notice what all this is right here? Do you know what that is? Water. Water. Do you know that England is an island? Say that with me. An island. An island means that it is a body, it's a land that is surrounded by water. That means you cannot drive to England. You can either fly in an airplane to get to England, or you'd have to take a boat to get to England. You cannot just drive over to England. Once you get to England, you can drive in there, but you cannot drive to get there because it is an island, so it's surrounded by water on all of its sides. And that's how you know that it's an island. It's a body of land that's surrounded by water. Now, let's look at some fun things about England. Let's look right here. Do you see this right here?
They're flat.
Well, no, this thing right here, this is their clock tower. Say that with me. A clock tower. And it tells the people of England what time it is. And it chimes. Now, boys and girls watching, if you ever came here to Pensacola and you came and visited our college that's with us here, we have a clock tower. Now, it is not as tall as this one here, but it does the same thing. It has a clock, and you can see what time it is, and it chimes on the hour. So if it's 12 o'clock, it will chime. If it's 1 o'clock, it will chime one time. If it's 3 o'clock, it chimes 3 times. And that's what this one does, and it's called Big Ben. Say that with me.
Big.
It has a name. It's called Big Ben over in England, and that's their big clock tower. Now, it's really neat. There's lots of fun ways that you can travel inside of England while you're there in England. You can travel over there. Now, we're here in a place right here called London. Say that with me. London. London is the capital of England. What is it called? London. Say London. And when you're in London, you can travel on a bus. It's called a double-decker bus. Say that. Double-decker. That means you can step up on the steps and go in and sit on a bus. If you ever rode on a school bus or a city bus, you know what it's like. You go in, you pay your money, and you sit down. Well, their buses, you can even walk up some stairs and sit on the top of the bus. Now, they have something called underground. Say that with me. Underground. In the underground, it's almost like tunnels that go under the ground, under the city, underground, and they take the buses down there, and you can go under there. Now, we have something in America called subways, and it's like a big train that goes underneath the city, and that you can travel around the city really fast. Well, that's kind of like what it is down there too. It's called the underground. Now, in England, they have lots of traditions. We have some traditions here, like when we always stand to do our flag, when we say to pledge to our flag, that's a tradition in our country. Whenever we hear the Star-Spangled Banner, we always stand up. That's a tradition. They have lots of traditions over in England. So, or some customs, I guess I should call them customs. What are they called? Customs. So they have some customs in England. Some of those customs have to do with some of the things that they eat. In England, they have something called a tea time. What is it called?
Tea time.
A tea time. Now, maybe in the morning, your mommies do this. I know because I'm a mommy and I do this. Every morning, I have to have some coffee. So I drink coffee in the morning. Well, they have something called a tea time, and it's in the middle of their day. And they will have tea. Big Ben will tell them what time it is. And when they know the time, they will have their tea time, and they will drink tea. They don't drink coffee, they drink tea, and they have cookies, but they don't call it cookies like we do.
Call it biscuits.
They do. They call it biscuits. What do they call their cookies?
Biscuits.
They do. They call it biscuits, and they don't call it cookies. They call it biscuits. So little boys and girls, when they come home from school, instead of saying, "Mommy, can I have a cookie?" they will say, "Can I have some biscuits?" And they're not talking about biscuits like we would have for breakfast. They're talking about cookies, because that's what they call their cookies. They call them biscuits. So they'll have their tea at tea time, and they'll eat their biscuits. That's right. Now, they have some yummy things that they like to eat that we like to eat. Now, we call it oatmeal. They call it porridge. What do they call their oatmeal? Porridge. Kind of like when we do our poem about little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet eating her curds and whey, and we're pretending like she's eating her porridge. Well, that's what she's eating. Or like when the three bears, they were eating their porridge and it was too hot. That's what it is. It's like oatmeal, but it's porridge. They call it porridge over there. So they have some same things that we do. They just call it something different. Now, do you know that you can talk to them? They speak the same way we do. Do you know we got our language from the people in England? We did, because remember when the Pilgrims came over, they came over from England to America so that they could worship God. Well, we got our language from them, from the people of England. And so if you went to England, you'd understand what they're saying. They just call things a little bit different than we do, like the biscuits or the cookies. And so they call things a little bit different. So they have something else over there. They have something called bubble and squeak. Say that.
Bubble and squeak.
Isn't that funny? It's like a soup or like a big stew. But they, instead of saying, hey, guess what we're going to have for dinner? We're going to have stew or soup. They call it bubble and squeak. So could you imagine if you said, hey, what are you having for dinner tonight at your house? One of those kids would say, we're having bubble and squeak tonight. You might go, what? Bubble and squeak? But that's what it is. That's what they call it. They call it that. Now, look at this little boy right here. What is he playing?
Soccer.
Soccer, but do you know what they call it over there? They call it football. They do. They call it football because they're kicking the ball with their foot. So they call it football over there. They don't call it soccer over there. But when we look at it, we see it soccer. So we're going to say it's soccer, but they do. They call it football over there. Now, this guy right here.
A soldier.
He is a soldier, but he's called a guard. Say that.
Guard.
A guard. He's a palace guard. How you know that? Because the way that he is dressed. You know that he is at a palace, or like there's a place called Buckingham Palace. That's where the queen lives. That's where she goes to work. She lives at Buckingham Palace, and this is a guard that you would see outside of Buckingham Palace. Now, this is something that he would wear. This is his uniform. What is that? Uniform. So he has a uniform just like our police officers have uniforms. They have uniforms as well. Now, he works at Buckingham Palace, and he is going to wear this uniform right here. Now, look at their flag. This is called the British flag. What is this? Do you see how it has the same colors as our flag? It does. It has the same color. It's just different. Our flag has stripes and stars. Theirs have stripes, but their stripes are different than ours, but it's like the same color. That's right. Now, remember how I told you how they speak the same language as we do? It's called English. What is it called? English. That's what we speak. We speak English, and they speak English as well. Now, there's something else that's so delicious that they eat too. They eat something. Now, we like to, here in America, we like to eat, oh, it's so yummy. It's brown. It goes in between two buns. What do you think that is?
Hot dog.
Not a hot dog. It's a hamburger. In America, people say, oh, Americans love to eat hamburgers and French fries. That's like a real American yummy food, and I love to eat hamburgers. But you know what they like to eat over there? Fish and chips. That's what they call it, fish and chips. They do. They don't call their French fries French fries. They eat chips, fish and chips. That's what they like to eat. So that's like their favorite thing to eat. Like for us over here in America, we like to eat hamburgers and French fries. They like to eat fish and chips. Now, this boy, he likes to play soccer. He does. They like to play soccer or football, they like to call it. But you know what else they like to play? They like to play a very fun game called cricket. Say that with me. Cricket. It is. Now, you're probably thinking, cricket like the bug? No, it's not. It's a fun game. That's one of their fun favorite things that they like to play over in England. So there's lots of things that we like to do that they like to do. They just call their things that they like to do in England. Now, they do play football like we play football, but they don't call it football, the kind of football where we throw the football like this. They call it rugby. What do they call it? Rugby. So they have cricket and they have soccer, but their soccer, they call it football, and their football, they call what? Rugby. What's it called? Rugby. That's right. They call it rugby. And then they have another fun game. They play it by riding horses. They do. is called polo. Say that. Polo. So they have a lot of fun games like we have over here. We have hockey and we have football and we have soccer and we have tennis. They have polo and cricket and rig I can't even say that word right now. And rugby. They have fun games over there just like we have over here. Oh, isn't it fun to learn about other countries? Boys and girls watching, maybe you're watching from England right now and it would be so fun to meet you and talk to you and find out all more things there are to do in England.